Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers, bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. Etex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. Etex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the Etex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Casey's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium and the opening game of the 2023 season. I'm Todd Robinson, joined tonight by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash. And Jeff, we have got the game of the week to kick things off. We do not wait to get it cranked up. Here in the dog days of summer, the Buckeyes are squaring off against probably one of the top 2 to 3 teams in the state. Number 13, Jeremiah Noble, and number 11, Caden Tennyson at the quarterback position that are all juniors. They've really had to step up the last 2 weeks against outstanding competition, probably as good as they're going to see into December, into the playoffs, and managed to win last week. Now they're getting to Etex back. Hand off to Henderson, left side, got some room in the end zone. 2 plays, and the Buckeyes score. Well, you got to right now be thinking that the guys in white are rolling their eyes and saying, oh my gosh, Dave's out there, here we go, up the middle. Got a gap, touchdown. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They answer back. How about that?
While you still trying, I'm still shining, it's real blinding. And I'm getting out of tune, talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you, and I do what I gotta do. Let's go home.
Hand off, right side. Look at this big gap, and he's going to score. Untouched, Will Henderson. Finding gaps, finding sticking. Buckeyes doing a great job of blocking downfield. And now we can start dropping back inside to number 3 to Eric Tate. Down to the 5, first and goal from the 5.
The coldest of teams, they know we great on giants. They know in between, we go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We've been shooting in the gym, this is target and practice, yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect.
That was a keeper, and they just slammed him with the turf.
The right side gets a good block. Headed to the end zone, scores. Dropping back, launching one. Wide open, touchdown. That's number 13, Jeremiah Noble. Perfectly thrown ball. Yeah. If he throws that pass to Eric, they're going to dump it to Henderson. Out of the backfield, everybody picks up their blocks. And over the middle. And no flags. Touchdown Buckeyes. And now it's a tie game again. But here's the situation. We talked about this earlier. You got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. And he launches one downfield wide open. That's to Eric Tate. And to Eric Tate wisely. Yeah, he cuts upfield and finds his 5 yards plus. Battles his way all the way down to the 1. He is a stud. That's a great run right there. All the Buckeyes can do with that kind of weapons on offense, and it comes down to this. Well executed job, right. Let's say that. This is for the win with 0 seconds left, or we go to overtime. Even closer. 25 yards, not 30. Kick is up. And it's good again. Buckeyes win. 0 seconds on the clock. Buckeyes take the win. And Mom, I'm sorry you weren't here to see it. All of you Buckeye fans that leave, never, ever leave a Buckeye game, even if they're down. This was the best comeback I have seen in years. What a game. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Prosper Independent School District, where your Gilmer Buckeyes are taking on the Glen Rose Tigers in the Final Four. That's right, folks. It is the state semifinal contest here.
Once again.
Once again, the Buckeyes for tonight.
So that's going to be a big factor tonight. We're going down to the field now to do the toss. And Buckeyes shaking hands with their opponent.
Let's say one thing for sure. We want to say a huge thank you to the Prosper Independent School District tonight. They have really plugged us in with all their field cameras and everything else. We've got a direct feed, so we're looking like a professional broadcaster. I know we don't sound like that. And for all you people out there that are listening, I know all the internet has all been ablaze, but we are homers and we do not apologize for it. If you don't like
We've had several people recognize that. They're pretty fair for admitting that they're hometown broadcasters, right? So,
and we admit it.
We're rooting for the Buckeyes every play.
We're Buckeyes through and through.
Make no mistake, yeah.
But we're for kids, and that is we do this on a volunteer basis. Every single penny, and thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors throughout the year, goes to support these kids with scholarships, with everything from the gloves that they're wearing to their extra trips and everything in between. They do a lot of reverse action off the kickoff. Let's see what happens here tonight.
All right, they're going to kick it right through the back of the end zone.
Now here, watch for number 3 coming right out of the backfield.
Motion. That puts 2 receivers on the right. They hand off right from the start, and Buckeyes are all over that one right from the get-go.
Look for near side down here with man-to-man coverage.
All right, here's the snap. Drops back. Looking downfield to the left side. Batted away. Almost intercepted.
Men in the tackle box. If they play 5 men in the box, they're going to play a safety deep. We're going to try to spread them out. But Will Henderson is going to run till he gets tired if they play a 5-man box here, because they're opening in a 5-man box, Jeff. I can just tell you, look out here for the Buckeye running game.
All right, here's the snap. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Look at this. Scampering. 1 man to beat. 10-yard line. Drug down on the 5. And Buckeyes coming out aggressive with the quarterback keeper. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here's the snap. Hand off to Bell. Lowers his head. Touchdown.
And it does not take long as these Gilmer Buckeyes come out, and exactly what we talked about, Jeff, it's a matchup problem. It is a matchup problem. Zaya Grunenweg. And as you know,
that's easy for you to say.
I speak German, and it's going to be it's going to be for the Buckeyes. As 3 and out on the first drive, then gave up a 4-play scoring drive, 47 yards. We'll see what it holds here.
All right, rolling to his right side. Heavy pressure. He's going down.
That is
Taharic Tate. And that is a stunt coming from a corner position.
That is just 3rd and long, not really what.
All right, motion to the left side. 1 tailback in the backfield. Dropping back, heavy pressure. Forced to release quickly, and he does, and he breaks free. It's a foot race between Bird and the outside guy. There's Bill once again to save the day. Forces him out of the 2-yard line. That was huge. They needed it, and they got it when they needed it.
Big time. And we're playing man-to-man on the outside, and it's just a simple play that Bird just kind of whiffs on the tackle, and it's first down and huge pick up there for.
Motion to the left side. That puts 2 receivers to the left. Dropping back, dumps one right over the middle. Got room to run. Forced out of bounds at the 20. He does pick up the first down, and this drive stays alive.
Close that space. He comes in motion, and there's not anybody within 7 yards of him, and they just simply
backfield.
And we've got to watch Grunenweg.
All right, quarterback keeper up the middle, lowers his head. Look at this. Touchdown, Tigers. And he just lowered his head and wheeled his way.
Space. He comes in motion, and there's not anybody within 7 yards of him, and they just simply flip it out to him. He goes and picks up 6 yards. Watch for the slant route here as they will try to go to the end zone. Grunenweg once again in motion.
All right, handoff up the middle. 24 bounces out to the left side, and he is hit pretty hard trying to dive forward and get that extra yardage. And he gets a couple on that one. That's going to bring up
4th and 2.
4th and 2. Now, they're moving the ball pretty good. They're feeling pretty good right now. Do they have a kicking game, or are they going to go for it here?
They will go for it, Jeff, and watch for a quick out route to number 24, the tight end here, and that's what they're going to try to do. We've got to get pressure.
Empty backfield.
And we've got to watch Grunenweg.
All right, quarterback keeper up the middle, lowers his head. Look at this. Touchdown, Tigers. And he just lowered his head and wheeled his way into the end zone. That was a nice run there by Raymond.
That's the Raymond. He is their best power player. He's also their defensive end. They direct snap it to him, and that's going to be a quarterback draw all the way. I'm not sure that the Buckeyes recognize that with all the motion and everything else going on. But Glen Rose here with an opportunity to take the lead as the Buckeyes missed their extra point.
Yeah, they put it right down the middle of the uprights, and they are going to take the lead with 5:54 left to play in the first quarter. It is Tigers 7, Gilmer 6.
So, Jeff, let's go to a quick commercial.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, we are back to Prosper, Texas, where the Gilmer Buckeyes are now trailing the Glen Rose Tigers 7-6 with 5:54 left to play in this first quarter. And the Buckeyes had several opportunities to get off the field there. Todd just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and those are the plays that Glen Rose had to make, and they made them. That was a 7-play drive. They converted 2 first downs, and they had 7 first downs on that drive. A good drive by Glen Rose, but again, the Buckeyes 3rd and 4th down situations. And
kicking into the wind. Here's a high pooch kick, fielded on the 23-yard line by number 13, Jeremiah Noble, coming all the way to the right side, got a lane, cuts up field, still running. One man to beat down the sideline, got a couple with an angle, and he's going to take this thing all the way to the end zone. Buckeye touchdown, and what a run by number 13, Jeremiah Noble.
Speed, Jeff. It's just that simple. Now, you saw Jeremiah last week against Carthage try to make that exact play, and we said, what are you running parallel for? The reason that he's running parallel is simple, because he's trying to get around that wall to the right-hand side. Against Glen Rose, works like a charm.
They did that earlier this year, Todd,
Absolutely.
where they set one up, and we ran all the way across the field. Now they're going for 2 here, and they gave it to 0, and they will get the 2. So guess what? We picked up the 1 point we missed earlier from Mr. Automatic, and so that is going to be 14-7 by the Buckeyes. And boy, they made that look easy, Todd. Did you see the blocks they picked up going downfield? They had 3 guys with an angle on Jeremiah Noble, and we were able to pick up those blocks, and he was able to dodge them to get in for the score. I thought he might get down to the 10 or 5 when I saw the 2 defenders on the angle. Well, I don't know how he slipped by them.
It's called number 0, blocking out front. that kind of helps. But the Buckeyes practiced that, Jeff. I watched practice yesterday morning, and the last 15 minutes of practice on Thursday morning was spent on special teams. So every single detail is prepared for as the Buckeyes try to swing that momentum. And you hear Coach Metzel at the coaches show talking about stealing points. That's a stolen point. As the Buckeyes do not have to run an offensive play, and we go right back up 14-7. But, Jeff, on that play, you absolutely see what we talk about when we're talking about athletically. Glen Rose just has a hard time matching up. 73-yard return by Jeremiah Noble, and we can't say enough about that young man.
Couldn't happen to a nicer kid either.
Absolutely. All the stuff that he's been through, we don't even want to go into it. But we did talk on the Wednesday in the coaches show, and I think Alan said, you know what, this is therapy for Jeremiah, and that 7 points sure helped.
It does. Here's the kickoff, and once again, they're going to take advantage of that wind and kick it deep, and that is going to drop right inside the end zone. Before we start this next series of downs, I want to give a shout-out to one of our, potentially, our oldest listener, Mr. Henry Francis, listens to the Buckeyes every Friday night, and his lovely daughter I met today, who's a teacher at Gilmer ISD. She is a delightful young lady, and her dad is 93 years old and listens to the Buckeyes. He armchair quarterbacks, evidently, and tells the coaches how it should be done, as many Buckeye fans do from their couches.
You got a lot more with 93 experience, but he doesn't listen to us, Coach, so I don't know what to tell you.
Tight set from the Tigers. One wide out to the left side. Motion out of the backfield. Quarterback's alone in the shotgun. Drops back, looking to pass. He's under some pressure. Dumps one, nice pass. Dumps a short one on a little out route, like we talked about. Good for 6 yards. And Jeff, that's their specialty. That's their bread and butter.
That's
right
a
there.
running play for them. And that out route to the tight end is their as you said, their bread and butter play. They're going to go to that time and time again. But 2nd and 10 versus 2nd and 4 is a big difference for Glen Rose. They're in 2nd and 4 now. Playbook opens up a little bit.
All right, motion out of the backfield, trip receivers to the right side. Dropping back, stepping up, and same play basically. And this time it's going to be good for about 3 yards with his forward momentum, maybe 2. And that's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Tigers.
Yeah, and this is where you got to watch for number 15 and number 24. Again, Jeff, it's that security blanket that they have the quick strike. 12 comes out of the game. 14 and 24 are going to go into the game, Jeff.
Okay, so what does that mean? We saw this while
it's
ago.
It's a run and play straight up your face.
Yeah, 12 came out. I didn't even notice that Evans had come out of the game, and they put number 24 in there. He is the guy he's their Aaron Bell, basically.
Yes, key on him.
So he is going to run another up the middle, and we're going to have to get an answer for that guy because he's going to do that all night on short yardage. And evidently very effectively. And you saw how he stood there. It was kind of a draw play. He just stood there for a couple of seconds and waited for that to develop.
He's waiting for his offensive line to pull, kick out, block down and kick out. And now Evans comes back into the game. 1st and 10, Glen Rose from the 40.
I tell you, that's pretty effective. Trip receivers to the right side. And dropping out, rolling to his left side. Got a man open, and he picks it up. Nice play by the Tigers. Big gain, about 25 yards, and they flip the field over to the Buckeyes side of the ball.
Yeah, you've got to account for 3. He's going to wind up in scramble mode, which is exactly what he did there, and he will make plays. He is the security blanket for Evans.
All right, another short pass, this time to the right side. Buckeyes on it. He gets out to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of about 3 yards. Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. And they are really effective. You can see why they're...
It's the West Coast offense,
we talked about. You can see why they're in round 5.
It's controlled passing, and it becomes your running game. This short passing game is going to come down to whether the Buckeyes can get pressure on the quarterback, and you've got to account for number 3 and number 24. They're about 80% of their offense.
Yeah, this quarterback's very poised in the pocket. He's even with the pressure. Look at him. He's taking his time throwing all the way to an open man and unbelievably dropped. And that was blown coverage. Buckeyes just had missed a guy, and he throws all the way back across the field to the 10-yard line. And lucky for Buckeyes, it hits the turf.
Yeah, the wind played a role, throwing all the way back across. And, Jeff, that's one play that Glen Rose did not make that may have a huge impact, is the Buckeye defense not accounting for that backside motion guy that just runs that wheel route. He was there and wide open. Both coaching staffs going to see that one from up here upstairs.
Yeah, I believe this is still Evans in at quarterback here. Here's the snap. He drops back, throws an out route, and almost picked off. Tarek Tate saw that one coming a mile away. And I tell you what, he come hauling across that field, and I thought this is a pick 6 for sure.
Yeah, that is fortunate that Tarek Tate doesn't take that one back to the house. It's now 4th down. Now, we'll see if they try to quick kick into the wind, but 4th and 6 here. Jeff, the Buckeyes just have to play. The Buckeyes 3rd and 4th down situations. And
kicking into the wind. Here's a high pooch kick, fielded on the 23-yard line by number 13, Jeremiah Noble. Coming all the way to the right side, got a lane, cuts up field, still running. One man to beat down the sideline, got a couple with an angle, and he's going to take this thing all the way to the end zone. Buckeye touchdown. And what a run by number 13, Jeremiah Noble. Where they set one up, and we ran all the way across the field. Now they're going for 2 here, and they gave it to 0, and they will get the 2. So guess what? We picked up the 1 point we missed earlier from Mr. Automatic, and so that is going to be 14-7 by the Buckeyes. He's their Aaron Bell, basically.
Yes, key on him.
So he is going to run another up the middle. And we're going to have to get an answer for that guy because he's going to do that all night on short yardage.
From the 40.
I tell you, that's pretty effective. Trip receivers to the right side. And dropping out, rolling to his left side. Got a man open, and he picks it up. Nice play by the Tigers in at quarterback here. Here's the snap. He drops back, throws an out route, and almost picked off. Tarek Tate saw that one coming a mile away.
That is fortunate that Tarek Tate doesn't take that one back to the house. It's now 4th down. Now we'll see if
we didn't like what we saw out there. We're gonna do a little quick kick or something and try to pin the Buckeyes deep and get it back.
We'll see what they draw up here.
All right, 2 receivers wide to the left. They're going for it. Quarterback steps up, fires a bullet, and drops it. Otherwise, he's got a first down, and that is going to be a turnover on downs for the Buckeyes. And while they're
but 6 guys in the box now, they're daring the Buckeyes to throw the ball.
all right, dropping back, dumping one down the middle. Got Webb, picks up the first down, and gets all the way out to the 47-yard line.
And
flag on the play.
15 is going to be
That's
tacked
right.
on
That's
all the way
be
down
a
to the
personal
35.
foul. Face mask, really nice for Buckeye fans.
Yeah, Will Henderson in space is a good.
They're showing a stunt from the outside. Handoff. Number 14, Smith, up the field. Fighting for yardage, gets the first down, and he has been another guy that has come on.
18-year-olds on the planet. He's on All-State running back
yeah,
himself.
there's no question. He starts anywhere else.
And the Buckeyes with 14 points and a 7-point lead already have it inside the red zone, 2nd and 5 from the Glen Rose 20.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Smith goes in motion. Quarterback keeper, he's got a block. Throws a couple of stiff arms, gets down to the 15-yard line. And that's
championship in Jerry's world for the last 3 out of 4 years.
All right, motion. Handoff to Webb around the right side. He's got a lead blocker. Smith, look at him, cut up field, and that's going to be a Buckeye touchdown. Number 7, Webb.
Brennan making a great move, but he ran 8 yards, Jeff, before anybody touched him. Just outflanking Glen Rose with some great blocking.
1 receiver left and right, motion to the left. Here's the snap. Handoff, and no, it's
Hagler sacked him.
Yeah, Hagler. I thought he handed the ball off. Hagler takes Evans to the ground.
He was wearing number 54 for the Buckeyes before he even
that's
looked
not
up.
an outfit you look flattering in. I'm going to tell you now.
Watch this replay, Jeff, as we've got such great replay coverage. He looks up and
Hagler just swallows him. And the Buckeyes defense doing a good job here tonight. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 1 back. Here's the snap. Drops back, looking across midfield, throws to the left side, got a man open, forced out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, and that is going to move the chains. All right, here comes the snap, and they're going to do that right off the bat. Keep it on the ground. Will Henderson breaks free, and look at this. Track meet. We'll see you all the way to the house. Will Henderson, 10-2, 100 meters, second fastest kid in Texas, top 10 in the nation. Pulls ahead by about 15 yards there at the end, and,
Jeff,
right out of the gate, Buckeyes on the board.
I don't mean to be prophetic, but excuse me for being prophetic. Dial up number 1 and see how fast.
We'll give you that at halftime. But this is first quarter. 7 for 14 for Glen Rose. The total was 14 for 102 yards and 23 plays for Glen Rose at 128 yards. So they actually had more yardage than Gilmer did, but Gilmer was up 21 to 7.
And Jeff, of those 128, 92 came from number 3.
Passing. Gilmer is 1 of 3 for 18 yards, which is insane when you think about it. Look at the scoreboard, 21 points. Glen Rose was 8 of 16 for 114 yards. Rushing, Gilmer had 11 rushes for 84 yards. Glen Rose had 7 for 14
and Jeff
yards.
really good, which we've kind of had problems with.
I don't like either one of those. All right, handoff, a little reverse, and it very effective as he picks up big yards, and he's going to be forced out of bounds there by number 3. So Eric Tate has to chase. All right, trip receivers right side, everybody stacked in tight. Fakes the handoff, drops back, going deep over the middle. Intercepted. Easily. Number 15 cuts back. Look at him picking up yardage downfield, makes a nice cut across midfield down to the 43-yard line. And that was absolutely fantastic play there by Micah Easley. And he is about, what, Todd, 6'4"?
Yeah.
Easy 6'4", maybe 6'5", and he jumps up and snatches that ball and has a nice return. He catches it around the 30, gets 20 yards, 25 yards, 28 yards return. Not bad.
Yeah, it's Micah is the backup safety, but he's got great ball skills. I can't wait to see what he does on the receivers.
Comes into the slot position. Handoff, number 1, heading around the right side. Beats one man, beats a second man, lowers his head, past the 5-yard line. They're going to say he went out around the 5, and that is going to be another first down. First and goal from about the 4.
Yeah, Big Bell is going to stay in the game with the man package here very well.
Buckeyes just playing extremely well the last few weeks. Handoff to Will Henderson, and he lowers his head for the touchdown. Touchdown, Henderson.
That's his second touchdown of the night as the Buckeyes stretch this lead out to 34-7. and really kind of start applying some nails in the coffin already with 8 minutes still left to play in the first half. Do not look for the Buckeyes to let off the gas at all here. And the Buckeyes lead 35-7. Kicking off now, Jeff, for the sixth time tonight already. We still have 8 minutes left in the first half.
All right, high pooch kick. This side to the left side, fielded, and trying to reverse it. They fumble. The ball's loose. Buckeyes say they have it. Let's see what the referee says. And we'll talk about what Buckeyes have the ball on the 23-yard line. And Todd, we talked about this during pregame. They like to do this little reverse thing that's very dangerous on a kickoff. And Buckeyes got down the lane so fast.
That is
they tried to hand it off, and they hit them.
Trillion saw it coming, and he sprinted as that ball was hung up in the air by the great kick from, once again, Pate, hanging it up high enough. And when the catch was made, he reached out to hand the ball off to Grunenweg, and Trillion Butler knocks it out and recovers the fumble. 1st and 10 Buckeyes now from the 22-yard line. Wow, it's turnovers, and the Buckeyes just have to convert right
Two receivers, wide to the right, one to the left, one back in the backfield. Dropping back, looking to pass, and it is a touchdown.
Brennan Webb.
Brennan Webb, number 7 for the Buckeyes, and boy, they make it look easy.
I'm telling you, Brennan Webb.
What a great pass.
Already with a huge playoff run, and he's offered as a UTSA Roadrunner.
8:21 left to play in the first quarter, or first half. And Todd, it has been all Buckeyes all night tonight.
And Jeff, you just had the feeling. It's just a bad matchup for Glen Rose, Jeff. I mean, from the athletic standpoint, and for the Buckeyes coming off that win and just getting that 9:42 right now and counting. We're not halfway through the second quarter yet.
All right. Handoff, fakes the handoff, dumps one out to number 24, the big tight end, and he is good for about 15 yards on that carry and a big first down for Glen Rose. Receivers to the right, now 2 to the left. Dropping back, got time this time, rolling to his right. This time he's going to throw it downfield, got a guy open, and what a big play. Man, I tell you what, this Evans, he is so poised, and he can sling a ball. I mean, he can spin it, and he does it that time for a back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Dropping back, Evans looking for the end zone. He's got a man open. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, that's a little pick route with number 1. As number 3, once again, Grunenweg stretches this into double digits for Glen Rose. Just some deep. You got to see the Buckeyes come out and execute.
All right, 2 receivers to the left, motion to the left. They dump one coming out of the backfield, headed upfield, dodging would-be tacklers and diving, and the Buckeye, he fumbled, and Glen Rose says they have the ball. And that Tigers ball on the Buckeye 39-yard line. That's on the side of the Tigers. Hurry up offense, another handoff at the middle, and look at this. Buckeyes hit him at the line of scrimmage, but he does a great job of bouncing back and coming back around. Dodd has to finally finish him off. There's still hope for a potential fumble here. They're going to hand it to 24 on the left side. There it is, touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and the Tigers have done a good job milking about 14 points out of this momentum, Jeff. It was just one.
Buckeyes have the ball. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Handoff. Smith, left side. Bounces out to the left side. Going to pick up big yards. Gets the first down to the 40, to the 38.
Survey goes back into the game.
Yeah, he's going to stay.
Here comes Will.
Will's checking in. Got a minute 26. Clock is running.
Should not be running, by the way, and it is running.
Well, they've got the sticks moved, so they started the clock again. Tight set here by the Buckeyes. They're looking to show run once again. Here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass, and they have got a wide open Buckeye on the 7-yard line. That is number 7, Webb.
Brennan Webb.
And if you haven't seen that catch on film or on the Facebook where they put the scripture about being crushed and him catching it in the middle of 2 Carthage Bulldogs, that's one of the best pictures I've ever seen.
It's just sheer will that he came down with that football. Got a touchdown already tonight. Huge play there, brings up 1st and goal for the Buckeyes.
You know, I'll call you crazy, but I'm extremely pleased with what I've seen here. I love the scheme. I love what they've done. They got a little momentum, got a couple of points. We saw that against Sunnyvale, you remember? 3 touchdowns in 4 minutes or something like that, and we've seen it, but the Buckeyes will put their foot on the pedal in this second half and hopefully put the nail in the coffin. Here's the kick, right through the middle of the uprights, and it is good for another 3. And Pate has just been automatic all year long. So that's going to take the score 45-21. Gilmer leads. That is the end of the first half, and we're going to go to a commercial break. Be back with statistics and the first half performances right after this. Henderson, Tarek Tate's got records. Caden's got records. So offense has been great. Defense has been the key so far. Ball takes a bounce at the 22-yard line. Right side, look at this. Webb finds the seam, runs into the back of his own man, runs into Braden Bates there about the 44-yard line. And that is going to be, again, as we said in the first half, wide to the left, one to the right. First offensive set is going to be the Buckeyes. Handoff. Will Henderson cuts back to the right side. What vision, and he is going to take this to the house. First play at the line of scrimmage. Buckeyes are on the board, and did you see the cut? Watch this on the instant replay. Hopefully they'll pull it up. And watch this cut to the right side where he sees a hole.
Quarter, and the Buckeyes stretch this to 51-21 is the lead. And Jeff, that's exactly the start that you want to see, and exactly what we talked about from the top of the show, that this is just a bad matchup as number 1 Will Henderson just running a wind sprint.
Yeah, and you saw last week.
We talked about that enough, but obviously they're not quite sure.
Handoff Will, left side, breaking tackles, big run, 15 yards plus some, and finally brought down.
Once again, inside the 25.
How many yards did you say Will had in this game?
175, and that was before the last couple of runs.
All right, handoff around the right side. Nice check up there by Webb. Look at him finding lanes. Ridiculous how he's just weaving through traffic, and we got flags on the play on top of it. And so that's going to be tack on.
He is such a great kid.
All right, they're going to try it one more time. And look at this defensive stance. No, Dervay finds a way in. Touchdown. Dervay Smith, he was due one, and he got one in this game. From the shotgun, they send motion. Dropping back, quick pass, and they executed extremely well. Big yards. Over here, number 3 on the reception, forced out of bounds around the 44-yard line.
A lot of defense tonight, but here it comes. It's he's in the Wildcat, and here it comes right at you.
All right, they're going to fake that handoff, and he lowers his head. It's going to be close this time. Buckeyes got in there.
No, he stopped them. They stopped them.
And look at this. I think they did. Look at that. Stopped them by a yard, and Buckeyes are going to get the ball, turnover on downs. Nice stop. First time tonight they've been able to stop that.
First time, and great. You know that the 4 quarters in front of you at AT&T are going to mean the season.
All right, handoff. Henderson left side finds a gap, easily picking up the first down, and keeps the clock running. 6:33 left to play in the third quarter.
Adding to his total, I think now Will is next week, and I hope Wimberley and Belleville go into quadruple overtime.
All right, pass is complete to number 7, Brandon Webb, at the 23-yard line. Nice catch by Brandon. He is the real deal. 2 receivers right, 2 left for the Buckeyes. Empty backfield. Quarterback draw. Up the middle. He finds the seam. Cuts back inside. Gets down to the 13-yard line. Nice run there by Caden. Receivers left, 1 right. They go to the air.
Touchdown.
To the corner, and that is a touchdown by Tarek Tate. What a great catch, as he has to turn his body all the way around to reel that one in.
And just kind of ran into a buzzsaw here tonight.
All right, we got a blitz coming. They're coming hard and forced him to throw it a little early, but very effectively, as they throw a little post pattern there covered by Morton. And that is a nice catch there by number 1 to move the chains for the Tigers.
Yeah, really good coverage, but just a great
he was all over him,
great catch.
Yeah.
And with pressure. I mean, that's a hard thing to do when you've got Buckeyes coming from the left-hand side. Move the chains into Buckeye territory, 1st and 10 from the 43.
All right, here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, looking to hit a little out route, and that is Morton is looking back, sees the ball coming, and I thought he was fixing to make a play for the ball.
Yeah, he kind of stopped on his coverage.
Yeah, he stopped, and I was thinking, okay, he's going to go for this, and number 1 effectively able to pull it down.
Yeah, there was kind of a baiting going on with number 13. With number 3, he had a wheel route coming out of the backfield, and he threw it to the right person.
All right, Rock dropping back, looking to pass. Quarterback's going to run it, and he is going to run out of bounds, forced out of bounds by Dodd around the 7-yard line.
And Dodd coming up to make the tackle.
That's just a couple of yards short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Inside the 10, Jeff. That is right. They can pick up. And just kind of ran into a buzzsaw here tonight.
All right, we got a blitz coming. They're coming hard and forced him to throw it a little early, but very effectively as they throw a little post pattern there covered by Morton.
1st and 10 from the 43.
All right, here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, looking to hit a little out route, and that is
at the 5.
All right, dropping back, firing a bullet to the corner of the end zone, and touchdown. Are they saying nope? Yep, touchdown. I think he caught it right there in the corner as they like the matchup over here with Morton. To the right, Smith is still in the backfield. Hand off to Smith. And he breaks one free. Up the middle he goes. Finally tripped up as he crosses midfield all the way out to the 44-yard line.
AT&T next week, healthy and playing our best football.
That is exactly right. And they are peaking at the right time. Dropping back to pass and sacked for the first time tonight. Number 15 for the Tigers. And he drops Caden Tennyson in his track.
Left in this game, and we can punch our ticket.
High snap and blocked. That was the first time this year that it was blocked. Number 4 came sailing around the end. I think that's the same guy that nearly got a field goal block over there. That guy's quick coming around the corner. Yield here tonight. Here's the snap, dropping back, rolling to his right. Quarterback tosses it out, wide out to number 3. Headed down the sideline all the way down to about the 12-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
3 Gruneweg is going to be an all-state wide receiver for a reason, and he makes that catch and converts the first down.
Dropping back, looking for the end zone. Got a man, and I thought that was going to be picked off.
Oh,
but
my
instead,
gosh.
number 1 gets inside the 5 to the 3.
To Eric Tate.
And I mean,
I love you, miss you, and glad.
And there is a touchdown by the Tigers getting back on the board. That was complete to number 24, the tight end. Schedule we possibly could. The first 5 games were either a 5A school or a Division 1 school, a bigger school, a higher population school. And the Buckeyes were faced with adversity for the first 6 games of the year, having to play Pleasant Grove in Game 6. And they are going to slam. Aaron Bell just slams number 12 Evans to the turf. That's going to be a loss of about 6 yards. Game in the playoff, Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. And 4, obviously, against Carthage. And then here we are in Game 5.
With just small-town football and how much it means.
Yeah, how about the year that some of these Division I groups have, and he caught a big pass across midfield out at the 45. How about the team?
Very quickly on Chapel Hill here as we got a first down for Glen Rose inside Buckeye territory.
56-26 Chapel Hill.
So Chapel Hill is going to, it's a completed pass. And
nice pass out to the flat.
Drilled. And the Buckeyes are going to have to be ready as we got a little back here.
Look at this guy scrambling for a touchdown, and he is going to be denied as he is drugged down at around, actually I take it back. I don't want him to score, he's a freshman. So dumps it out to number 24, and he's going to get in the end zone for another score. And again, Alan Metzel content to let these guys make this game respectable.
And the Buckeyes are going to have to show up and be the Buckeyes. The toughest game that they've had since Carthage. And
off to Will Henderson, right side. Henderson cuts up field, and another touchdown for the Buckeyes. The 10, the 5, and the end zone. That is the 4th or 3rd?
The 4th.
4th touchdown for Will tonight, and that'll put his yardage somewhere around 260.
A whole bunch.
In this game, I think.
They gave the Carthage Bulldogs, who eventually won the state championship against
gave them
Wimberley,
what for, didn't
all they wanted. And this program is so close, and then you start the season a lot like Gilmer did, young, lots of sophomores playing, and Jeff, all they do is get hot in district and then wind up running the table all the way. Stop them, and then we need to score. We're going to have to do all the old Jasper 2004. We're going to have to outscore them.
Yeah, it will be a war as the Buckeyes all over the attempted run there. I guess she hasn't listened carefully because I've had a bunch myself over the last 22 years.
She would certainly know.
Rolling out, throwing across the field, picked off. Number 26 for the Buckeyes on the interception. That is McDonald, Devin McDonald on the interception for the Buckeyes, and Buckeyes have great field position. 4:13 left to play in the game. We lead 73-42.
And
Joe Dodd did pick the Buckeyes to win by 31.
Yeah, and Joe Dodd's over here saying, I want 80. I want 80.
So he doesn't want him to score right here because he wants to be right.
It's been a while. Well, hey, there's one more week. Don't give up on Joe
yet. We don't want to sit by him. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Handoff, left side big, a lot of room to run.
1 cut,
and look
touchdown.
at this, and that's a touchdown by Smith. And Joe was wrong. I just want to point that out. Both of you guys were wrong tonight.
Well, there's going to be your 80 points.
Oh my gosh, this is not what Alan Metzel wants.
No,
I'm telling you,
no.
It's not at all what he wants because this is going to be. He may tell him to shank it here. I mean, I don't know. Just to stay out of 80. Seriously.
Well, you look back at that big victory several decades ago where the Buckeyes beat the Tatum Eagles and scored 82 points.
I never minded beating Tatum by 80 points.
Yeah, I tell you what, those were some wars there with Coach Andy Evans and the Eagles, and we do shank that.
Well, we put in number 84.
Everybody's going to tell you how big and bad Belleville is, and yes, they are. But I can tell you, at the end of the day, these Buckeyes have the firepower and have a puncher's chance.
I don't like that game. I never liked that game.
Yeah, but
quarterback rolling to his right side, looking for somebody to pass to, throws it downfield. It's tipped and intercepted by the Buckeyes. With 2 minutes and 17 seconds, you're going to watch the Buckeyes just eat the clock here. Number 15 on
easily.
Micah? That was his second one of the night, if I'm not mistaken.
2 picks on the night.
2 picks on the night. I want to say hello to Justin Vestal watching in Carlsbad, New Mexico.
As the Gatorade over there, led by Will Henderson, douses Coach Metzel, who is saying, I love you guys, but we're not done.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's got his eyes on the prize, folks, and so should Buckeye Nation. Now, let me tell you something, folks, with next week, if you're still with us with 25 seconds left to play, we are not going to be broadcasting. It's going to be live on Bally's. It's going to be carried live. You will be able to turn on the Etex and listen to our commentary or GilmerBuckeyes.com. We will carry live audio thanks to Eric Conitz. But we need every Buckeye fan available at AT&T Stadium, Jeff, because at the end of the day, it is going to take an army to take down these Belleville Brahmas. And they got a great nickname because when you see them, I don't know how many rodeos, Jeff, that you've been to in your stellar career as a let's just put it this way, a rodeo expert.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many guys you've seen that has to tackle a Brahma bull, but this is pretty much going to be the task that is before these Buckeyes. They've got to stop the slot tee. They're going to be preparing for it all week. They've got to be disciplined. They've got to execute on offense.
We're definitely on GilmerBuckeyes.com, our commentary for next week. And great punt there by a great punter. And that is the end of the game. And round 5 is in the books. Gilmer Buckeyes are your champions. 79-42, the final score. And next week, do we have a final score on Belleville Wimberley? Let's look at that right quick. Let's see if we can see if they've got to be almost finished.
I'm seeing Wimberley.